For baseball fans, it was a huge loss. When Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter died a week ago, there were all kinds of tributes. One deeply personal one, though, is a special touch. It comes from a Montreal man who had a connection to Carter that no one else did. Mike Armstrong explains.
It's a cinematic engagement, epic outlasting the ages.
Annakin Slade raps when inspired. The Montrealer draws from what he cares about, whether it's a song about racism or reflections on 9/11.
No logic in the skies or his eyes. Thompson, 25.
I kind of have to deal with those issues as they come to me.
Slade's real name is Andrew Farrar, and music is absolutely his passion. But he has another. The first thing he does each morning is check the box scores from last night's games.
No, sports is big for me, almost as big as the arts.
A few years ago, Slade put his two passions together, first with a tribute to his hometown Habs, and another for the team he still misses.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know what you got till it's gone.
Well, it's hardly surprising that the death last week of Gary Carter inspired Slade again. He says when he heard the news, he had no choice but to write.
As the day went by, I cried a few times, and I don't mind admitting that.
The Carter tribute is personal. Farrar was a teenager at the Kids' last game in '92. The night number 8 drove home the winning run in his last at-bat. Well, this is Farrar at that game with the sign he'd made.
And I was just trying to show it to him and hoping that he would see it, and he just looked at me and he gave me one of his classic smile and thumbs up, and I was already overwhelmed. And then he walked over to the dugout and I said, "Can you sign it?" And then he said yes after the anthem.
This picture was snapped during that anthem, and it ended up published in papers across North America. In his song, Farrar sings about meeting Carter again years later and finding out the catcher himself had a copy blown up on his wall at home.
I wanted to play like you, know everything about you, and now I can't imagine my childhood without you. Never would have been that great team without kids' help, and without the team I might have never been a kid myself.
Slade was nervous. Some might think he's cashing in on the death of his hero. Well, he's not. The proceeds are going to the Gary Carter Foundation. Mike Armstrong, Global News.
God bless you. Thank you.
Montreal.